Hello, and welcome back to another edition of Carrie's Gardening Channel. Today is February the 17th, and we will be planting eggplant seeds today. So I have my Jiffy tomato and vegetable greenhouse kit, and I have my little lid here, my little clear lid. And I have my peat pellets here. Now you'll notice these here are a lot thicker than the normal peat pellets that I use. These are the Jiffy 7 peat pellets. So like if you're looking for the refills for this kit, you want to look for the number 7s. And I have my warm water here that I'm going to be pouring over these so that they expand up for us. And I'm not planting all 16 of them. I'm only going to do some here because I don't need that many eggplants. So I'm going to put the dome on here to keep our heat and humidity in. And we're going to be planting 4 different varieties of eggplants. 3 of them are heirlooms, 1 of them is a hybrid. So as soon as these are done soaking, we'll come back and I'll show you what to do next. Okay, I want to show you something here. I took the lid off of here. I've been having to add more water because these soak up a lot more water than what the little ones do. So they're not ready to plant yet. They're still soaking their water up. But you're going to have to check these bigger ones more frequently for water when you're trying to get them to soak it up. Because they take a lot longer than the smaller ones to soak up. So we're still working with these here. I'm trying to get more water in the reservoirs so that they finish soaking up for us. So I'm going to be putting the dome back on and letting them continue to soak. Okay, so we're back and you can see all the humidity in here that's built up. Okay, so I'm going to take the lid off here, and I already fluffed some of these. I checked on them a little bit ago, and it took these over an hour to soak up. So definitely if you have like another project to do, I would work on that while these are soaking. So these have a hole in them, and I don't want that there. So we're just going to take our soil and we're going to push it over the hole and fill it in so we have a nice even flat surface. And I am pulling the netting back some, and they are still soaking up here some. So I'm going to do that with the rest of these here. Now, eggplants, I know you can have issues germinating them. They need 80 degrees to germinate or warmer. If your temperatures are below that, you're going to have issues germinating them. They're not going to want to come up for you. Now, I did pre-chill my seeds. I had some of them in the freezer in a Ziploc bag, and I had some of them in the refrigerator in a Ziploc bag, and I took them out for what I need here to plant today. And I'm just pulling the netting back on these. So we are going to be putting these eggplants in the grow boxes to germinate them, so that we get the temperatures that we need for them to come up. Because a lot of times it's not that the seed is bad with the eggplants, it's just they didn't hit that warm enough temperature to get them to germinate for us. So there we go. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this excess water here, and we'll be back. Okay, so I got all the water poured off of these, and I have my seeds here. We're going to be planting Black Beauty. That's it's a lower yielding eggplant. I have had issues already, and I know some other people have, where instead of being purple, they've actually turned green. and I didn't eat them because of them being in the Solanaceae, I believe that's how you pronounce it, family. I didn't want to poison myself or anybody else, so I didn't eat them when they turned green. So I will show you what eggplant seeds look like here. And we're going to be doing 3 of these here. Oops, sorry about that, the light. That's what eggplant seeds look like. They look almost like pepper seeds. So I'm going to put these on here. Whoops. I'm only going to do 3 of these. And they have a good flavor to them. They're sweet. Sometimes they don't always get the big fruits on them like they should. They can be a little bit smaller. And eggplants can take 10 to 21 days to germinate. And your heat can greatly impact them germinating. And you can do more than 1 seed per peat pellet. Because I'm doing so many different varieties, I don't want the extra seedlings, and I don't want to pull them out and then not have them. So I have my tag here. It's a little bread tie tag where I wrote on the Black Beauty, and I'm just going to label these here. I'm going to lay it in here with the first one that I put in. And the next one that I'm going to be planting is a Shooting Stars one. And it looks like this. And I really like this one. It's nice and sweet. It's really good for containers. And I also grow my Black Beauty ones in containers as well. The Shooting Stars is 57 days to maturity. And you can do 1 plant in a 24-inch container, or you can do 1 plant in an 18-inch container. So I'm going to be doing 3 of these. And these are 3 to 4 inches long, and they're a variegated fruit. And I really like it, and like vegetable melodies and stuff. So I'm going to be doing 3 of these as well. Now this one here, the skin can be a little tough on it, so I did actually peel mine, and I have my little tag here. I'm running out of my other tags, so now it's time to start recycling. Stick it down in here. And I have 2, the next 2 is a ping tongue. Now, I've never grown this one before. It is an heirloom, and I just got the seeds for it this year. And they're supposed to be up to 18 inches long and 2 inches in diameter. And it's supposed to be a very sweet and tender, superbly delicious variety. So, I'm excited to try this one this year. So, I'm going to be planting 4 of those. So I can't really give you too much info on it. I believe it is supposed to be a high yielder, so that's going to be good. Now they tell me on these to surface sow them, so that's what I'm going to do here. I know on the other 2 that I just planted, it says put them a 1/4 inch deep, and the pink tongue and the diamond, they tell you to surface sow them. So I'm going to do something different this year, and I'm going to surface sow all of them. And what I'm doing is I'm just pushing the seeds into the top of the soil to make sure they get nice, good contact with the soil. And my soil is actually still nice and warm despite the how long it took for these peat pellets to soak up. So I have my little tag here, and I'm going to label this. And the next one, the last one, is Diamond. And I've never tried this one either. This is a new one for me. It's supposed to be a superb flavor, and it's supposed to be mild, dark purple, 6 inches to 9 inches by 2 inches to 3 inches slender fruit. Superb flavor and firm flesh. So I'm excited to try this one too. Now, eggplants, you should start them indoors 8 to 12 weeks before your expected last frost. Now, our expected last frost, I think they say, is after Mother's Day. But if you grow them in containers, you can protect them a little bit more, because you can like cover them, or if you have like a greenhouse structure or one of the hoop houses, you could move it into that area or take them, you know, back in. So I'm gonna sow these here. And again, they told me the same thing, to surface sow them. So I'm not sure why it's telling me that, because the other ones told me to cover them. So we're going to just try something new. Oops. Okay. There we go. And I have my little tag here. And the reason why I plant my eggplant seeds in Jiffy peat pellets is because eggplants, they don't like to have their roots disturbed. And when they start growing in here and their roots start coming out of the peat pellets and they need transplanted, we're actually going to be transplanting them then into the Jiffy biodegradable containers. Let me get one out here for you. Show you what they look like here. Okay, 2 of them came out. Hold on here. Out here. We're going to be transplanting them into these containers. And these are biodegradable, so they should break down really nice for us and allow the roots to go out and allow them to grow and to expand. So that's why I plant my eggplant seeds in these types of containers. And then when you take them out, I'll just plant them in their permanent containers, and there should be no transplant shock, or minimum transplant shock. So I have my spray bottle here of water, and I'm just going to spray over the tops of them. And I like to get a nice early start on my plants. I'm in Pennsylvania, so I have a short growing season, and I like to have the nicer, larger plants to go outside after they've been hardened off. So just going to make sure these are nice contact in. There we go. So in 10 to 21 days or sooner, these should start coming up for us. And I'm going to put them in the grow box. I'll come back and I'll show you what that looks like. So we'll be right back. Okay, so we're back, and I got these in my insulated grow box here. And I will have a thing below if you're interested in purchasing the insulation that I use. You can contact me about pricing. And if you don't have like a grow box, then I recommend a bottom heat for these, like a germination mat. Because if you don't have the temperatures that they need, the 80 degrees, they're not going to germinate for you. So what this actually does is, I have a fluorescent light in here, and it's on for 14 hours a day, and because the box is insulated, the light heats the box up, and that gives us the temperature, and it holds the heat in for us. So I've germinated these in here before when I couldn't even germinate them on the radiant heated floors. So I've germinated begonia seeds in these boxes. I've germinated multiple begonia seeds in these boxes and different things. So my peppers, they did great in the boxes. They germinated just fine for me. So when my eggplant seedlings start coming up, I will come back with another video, and I will show yous. I'll show them to yous, and I'll tell yous then how to feed them, when to start feeding them, what to feed them, how I put them at my lights, and I'm going to do a playlist on this that I'll leave a link below for. I'll give the title for the playlist, and you can see all the updates there, how they grow and when we transplant and all that stuff. So if you like my video, please like, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, you can leave them below and I'll try and answer them for you. Please don't forget to hit that little notification button that'll tell you when I put a new video on. Thank yous for watching, and I hope you have a nice day. Bye.